In this tutorial, we'll create your services and packages. This allows couples to see exactly what you offer and book you directly through the platform. All payments are handled securely through Paystack, and a 29.9% transaction fee is applied per payment for local payments. So let's go over to your services. Now, there are two types of services you can add. The first one is single services that you add directly to the platform. The other option is a quoting system that we designed for you to act like a quoting invoice that has line items that you can add. We will go through both of them. So let's go ahead and add a service. So this will be the services window that you can add a single service. So we give the service a name, let's call it Platinum Package. And we give it the description, so I'm acting now as a photographer. Decor photos, do the pre-shoot, we'll do the couple, shoot the ceremony, and you can list everything that you do here. Then we add the price. Let's say 12,000. You don't have to put the R. Duration will be for 8 hours. This is not quantity based. This will be for the quoting system. And we select the category. We are in photography. And is this for a wedding service or not? If it's for a wedding, then you will click this. If it's not a wedding, you will want to untick this. The reason is, if it's a wedding, both of the parties must sign the contract, so the groom and the bride must sign. If it's not for a wedding, if it's only a studio shoot or something like that, you don't have to tick it, and only one person has to sign. You will see the signing of the contract in a moment, so let's go ahead and say it's a waiting service. This is the payment plan section that we developed. This is really to give you flexibility in your booking system. You can manipulate this as you want. So this is to tell the platform how you want your payments to be structured. The first thing that needs to happen is we want a deposit. When do we want it? We want it 0 days from the contact contract signed. When they book you and they sign the contract, then the platform will initiate the first 50% payment. Okay, now you can have your payment plan as you will, so I will delete this one. The second payment must be the other half of the payment, so 50%, and we want this to trigger 6 days before the event date, okay? 6 days from the event date, that's when the client will get an email notification that they need to pay the other half of the payment. Here, you will see the total must be 100%, okay? If we change this to 20, you will see the total is now 70%. It must be 100%. So it'll always tell you what is going on here. You can add milestones if you want to add intricate payment plan. Now, the next part is uploading your contract. You have to have a contract when you are a supplier in the waiting industry. So this can be contract of any size. It can be a small one-pager. Anything goes. So now I will show you how to upload your PDF contract. We click on Choose File, and that will take you to your computer where you need to go and choose the file that you want to upload as your contract. Here is the contract that I want to upload. I just double click on it and it will upload your PDF. Now, on the right-hand side, there are dynamic blocks that you can click and drag into your contract. So what will happen is when the client signs, they won't sign directly on this contract. The platform will automatically insert the name and surname and the signatures wherever you decided it should be. So, for instance, in my contract, I have bride name and surname here, so I would want that to pull through over here. So I will go ahead and choose the bride name and surname, click and drag it, and just place it there. When the client has inserted those details, the platform will automatically add those details in this dynamic block. Let's go ahead and do the same for the groom name and surname. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then we go down as any contract. We would want to have a space where there's initials. They have to initial, so we go here. Groom initials and bride initials, and we go down here. We need to state what the amount is. The platform will automatically add the total price. So we can drag that over here. That's the total price here. We can again have groom initials and bride initials. Okay, so let's go down to the bottom of the contract where the groom and bride needs to sign. So we get our bride signature over here and our groom signature over there, and I like to have the signing date there. Then we click on Add Service. Now the platform has created the first service. If we go to our main page here at the moment, there's no packages, but if we refresh, we will see that package over here. Now, I just quickly want to show you what it looks like for a client when they book. Then it opens up the booking page. The first step for the bride is to choose the date. Let's, for instance, say that we fill in the groom's name and we fill in the bride's name, and they can sign here, both of them, and they can read through the contract. If they click Submit Booking, the platform will automatically take all of these details and add them in the dynamic blocks that you have added. Now, I will go back and show you how the quoting system works. Now we want to have a quoting block. This will work more for other wedding suppliers like makeup artists, wedding venues. Those type of suppliers will mostly use the quoting system as you have dynamic things that you can't foresee. For instance, a makeup artist will have bridesmaids that she needs to quote for, but she does not know how many bridesmaids there will be. So we would want to put that in a quoting system. So let's go ahead and add a new service. We add the service bridesmaids, makeup and hair. And you can add any description here. Every bridesmaid will have their hair and makeup done professionally. Here you can have your description. Anything you would want the bride to know when they book you here. We give the price per hour. Okay, so we would want to say all the price per bridesmaid. That would be more fitting for this. So the price per bridesmaid will be, for instance, 600 grand. The duration, you don't want to add a duration there, but you would want to add a quantity there. We can add a quantity of 6 bridesmaids. Okay, we go to the category and we are hair and makeup for this one. This is not a wedding as for the photographers, so we don't click that. But this is a quotable service. This is important to not skip this step. Again, you can have your payment plan as you want. You can also require full payment up front. When the contract is signed, if you tick this, this will happen. Okay, so let's say we want to deposit 0 days from the contract signed. We will delete this one. We want the rest. Let's say a week. 1 week before the event date. Okay, again, you can upload your contract. Again, this is just a normal contract. And we, again, can drag in these dynamic blocks wherever you want them and wherever these informations must be added. Okay, and we go down and we can add the bride's signature and the groom's signature. Again, this does not have to be perfect. It can be anywhere. And the signing date here. And then we go ahead and add the service. Now we can go back to our main page. We have the one package that's a static patch package. We go ahead and refresh. Now we will see there's a quotable option here for bridesmaids makeup. When they select it, they click Book Quote, Selected Packages. Then they can go ahead and say how many bridesmaids. Okay, there are 4 bridesmaids. It changes the price dynamically, and this is the same as choosing your photographer. You choose your date, you choose the bride's full name, groom's full name sign, and you can confirm the quote. This is what the bride will see when she books this package. Now you can have quotable line items that will fit perfectly for your needs. You can be a venue that requires how many people will be attending the wedding, those type of things. You can add them here, all of them. And a bride can build her own quote with the things she wants to add for your services. So once your services are created, couples will be able to view them on your listing page and either book them directly or request a quote like we explained. In the next tutorial, we will look at uploading and delivering galleries. This will be for photographers only.